What did you see? Now you must learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
The world of Dune returns once again to the silver screen, this time diving deeper into the mysterious sands and political turmoil that have defined its legacy. The new chapter, Desert of Dune, expands the epic saga with a scale and depth that feels both intimate and monumental. It continues the grand narrative of destiny, power, and survival on the harsh desert planet of Arrakis, where every grain of sand holds secrets and every choice determines the fate of empires. The story unfolds with a haunting beauty, combining breathtaking visuals with profound emotion. As humanity's struggle for control over the universe's most valuable resource, the spice becomes a reflection of ambition, faith, and sacrifice. This film picks up in the aftermath of monumental change. The sands of Arrakis have witnessed blood, betrayal, and prophecy come to life, and now the world trembles at the edge of transformation. The Desert of Dune delves into what happens when myths become reality and leaders become symbols. The journey of Paul Atreides, the young heir burdened by destiny, continues as he navigates the fine line between savior and destroyer. His connection to the desert deepens, not only as a warrior and prophet, but as a man torn between duty, love, and the weight of his vision. The movie captures his evolution with stunning emotional complexity, making his inner conflict as gripping as the battles raging around him. Arrakis itself feels more alive than ever, a world that breathes, roars, and devours. The cinematography transforms the desert into a character of its own, vast and unforgiving, yet achingly beautiful. The endless dunes shimmer under the twin suns, storms rise like divine wrath, and the monstrous sandworms glide beneath the surface as symbols of both terror and balance. The contrast between the desert's stillness and the chaos of human ambition creates a visual and emotional rhythm that defines the movie's tone. Every sweeping shot of the sands serves as a reminder that nature, in all its harshness, remains beyond human control. The themes of destiny and power reach new depths in this installment. The story explores how faith and prophecy can both unite and destroy civilizations. Paul's rise as a messianic figure brings both hope and fear. While many see him as the long-awaited savior destined to lead the oppressed Fremen to freedom, others question the cost of such divine power. The film examines the fine line between liberation and domination, between following destiny and being consumed by it. This philosophical weight gives Desert of Dune a sense of grandeur that goes far beyond its visual spectacle. It's a meditation on leadership, fanaticism, and the human desire to control what cannot be tamed. The relationships at the heart of the story ground this vast universe in emotion. Paul's bond with Chani, the fierce and loyal Fremen warrior, becomes one of the film's emotional anchors. Their connection is not just romantic but symbolic, of two worlds, colliding, the heir of an empire and the daughter of the desert. Their love story unfolds amidst war and prophecy, tender yet shadowed by the inevitability of fate. The chemistry between them gives the narrative its soul, allowing viewers to feel the humanity beneath the myth. But even love in the world of Dune is never simple. It is burdened by the sands of time, by choices that could alter the course of history. Political intrigue remains at the core of the film as rival houses, hidden conspiracies, and the ever-present shadow of the Emperor's court weave a web of tension across the galaxy. The struggle for control of the spice continues to drive alliances and betrayals, each decision rippling across the universe. The Desert of Dune captures this complexity with sharp storytelling, ensuring that every political maneuver feels both personal and cosmic. The villains are not mere tyrants, but ideologues and survivors, products of a universe where morality bends beneath the weight of power. The sense of inevitability that pervades the story makes each twist feel both tragic and necessary. Visually, the film sets new standards for sci-fi cinema. The attention to detail in the world-building is extraordinary, from the intricate architecture of the Fremen sieges to the floating palaces of the ruling class. Every location feels tangible and alive. The design of the ships, weapons, and clothing reflects the fusion of ancient mysticism and futuristic technology that defines the Dune universe. The cinematography uses light and shadow to amplify emotion. Golden sunsets bleed into the endless night, and the burning glare of the desert contrasts with the cold steel of imperial power. Each frame feels like a painting, rich in symbolism and texture. The action sequences are breathtaking but never empty spectacle. Every battle carries emotional weight, every confrontation feels earned. The fight choreography balances elegance and brutality, capturing the ferocity of desert warfare with precision. The sandworms, massive and majestic, remain among the most awe-inspiring creations ever brought to the screen. Their presence is both terrifying and sacred, embodying the spirit of Arrakis itself. When they rise from the sands, it feels like witnessing the heartbeat of the planet. The sound design during these moments, the roar of shifting dunes, the trembling earth, the deep resonance of the worms, makes the experience immersive and visceral. Beneath the grand visuals, the emotional storytelling is where Desert of Dune truly shines. The characters are not just pieces in a political chess game, but deeply human beings facing impossible choices. Paul's inner journey takes him to places of doubt, fear, and self-discovery. His visions of the future haunt him, revealing the potential destruction his rise could bring. The film portrays his struggle not as the triumph of a hero, but as the painful evolution of someone learning that destiny is never a blessing without sacrifice. His moral conflicts mirror the larger questions of the story. How much must be lost for something greater to be gained? The Fremen culture is explored with more depth and respect, showing the resilience, spirituality, and unity that define their existence. Their rituals, language, and beliefs give the film a sense of authenticity and richness. The desert is not just their home, but their identity, a living force that shapes their faith and philosophy. Their connection to the sandworms, their understanding of survival, and their quiet strength make them the heart of the film. Through their eyes, the audience experiences the true soul of Arrakis, a place where harshness breeds strength and hope rises from dust. The film's sound and music elevate the storytelling to another level. The score pulses with primal energy, blending haunting chants with orchestral grandeur. The sound of the wind across the dunes, the rhythmic breathing of the desert, and the echo of distant drums create an atmosphere that feels ancient and otherworldly. The music mirrors the emotions of the story. It soars during triumph, mourns in silence, and vibrates with tension in moments of danger. The use of sound is as crucial to the experience as the visuals, drawing the audience deeper into the world's rhythm. Emotionally, Desert of Dune is a powerful experience. It's not just about wars and politics, but about identity, destiny, and the choices that define us. The movie doesn't shy away from tragedy. It embraces it as part of the cycle of life. On Arrakis, every loss feels meaningful, every victory bittersweet. The narrative's strength lies in its refusal to simplify its themes. There are no pure heroes or villains, only individuals trying to survive and find meaning in a universe built on chaos. The film captures that nuance beautifully, offering moments of quiet introspection amidst the chaos of war. As the story approaches its climax, the tension builds to an almost unbearable level. The final act brings together everything the film has built toward: love, betrayal, prophecy, and destiny colliding in a storm of emotion and spectacle. The last battle in the desert feels both epic and intimate, as the fate of worlds rests on the shoulders of individuals driven by belief and desperation. The visual spectacle of this sequence is breathtaking, but what truly lingers is the emotional devastation it leaves behind. When the dust settles, the audience is left with a mixture of awe, sorrow, and reflection. The aftermath of the conflict leaves open questions about the cost of victory. The film closes on a haunting yet hopeful note, suggesting that even in a universe consumed by power and greed, there is still a glimmer of renewal. The sands may shift, but the spirit of those who endure will always rise again. The final moments resonate with quiet power, a reminder that the desert, though cruel and endless, is also a place of rebirth. Desert of Dune stands as a cinematic triumph, blending grandeur with introspection, spectacle with philosophy. It continues the legacy of Dune as a story that transcends time and genre, a myth about humanity's eternal struggle with its own nature. The movie captures the beauty and brutality of existence, the fragility of hope, and the unending pull of destiny. It reminds viewers that, in the heart of the desert, where survival seems impossible, the seeds of transformation are always waiting to bloom. This is not just another sci-fi film. It is a visual poem about life, death, and the endless dance between power and purpose, written in the language of sand and stars.